Hi viewers and welcome to my channel Slasher Education. So guys, our very first topic is exponential functions, and then we will move toward the exponential curves and the proof of the Euler's number by differentiation. So what is exponential actually? Its general form is f of x, which represents a function ax. Well, this is the general form of the exponential functions. Now the question arises, what is exponent actually is? Suppose a is a base, a is known as base and x is known as exponent. Why? Suppose we have a constant value like 2 and any number, any constant or variable raised to its power. Suppose x will be a constant here, and now let me write exp. I'm just using exp as an abbreviation for exponents. Exponent is also known as index or power, and the number 2 is known as base. Hence a is base here and x is exponent. There is another exponential function which is also known as the natural exponential function or the exponential function, because we are already familiar with how vast the article the is. So that is the exponential function or the natural exponential function, which is f of x is equal to ex, where e is Euler's number, EULER, Euler's number, and its value is 2.718 and so on. It has much more numerical values, but I used just only to up to 3 decimal places, hence using 2.718 as a value of the Euler's number. So f of x is equal to ex. Alright, then I plotted 2 graphs here. If I want to plot a graph of any of the exponential function, well, it actually represents its different rules. Now let me tell you the very first thing. The value of base, it means a, should be greater than 1. Why? Now the question arises, why it should be greater than or less than 1 to have a exponential. Now let me tell you, we are just reached the exponential curves. Curves means like this is curve, this is curve, this is curve, this is curve. The non-straight line is known as curve. So why the base should be greater than or less than 1? Because any number raised to, suppose base is 1 and any number raised to its power like 3, 4, 5, it will be equal to 1. It means that suppose you have a negative 1, negative 0.1 or negative 1, it will be equal to 1. Well, that's another proof of the why the any number raised to the base 1 is equal to 1. So if a is equal to 1, it will give us the straight line graph, and it will pass through this coordinate. You should be aware with the coordinate system. Must remember that coordinates are always represented in x and y. First x and then y. First x and then y. It means that x is 0 here because there is no horizontal displacement, but there is y, a vertical displacement here. So this coordinate should be 0, 1. So this is the first rule. Now we have 2 conditions for the exponential curves. If a is greater than 1, suppose a is equal to 2, greater than 1, and we have this exponential function, so f of x is equal to 2x. Hence x is a variable, so it is actually I am the sovereign of my own to put any value, any numerical value for x. Suppose I put x as 2, then I have y is equal to, it means the value of 2 would be 4, because 2 raised to power 2 is equal to 4. If I put 3, I would have 8 and so on. Its value should be increasing. Then I will have a certain curve which must passes through this coordinate 0 and 1, x where x is 0, this is x, and y is 1. Exponential curves, it means that the graphs or the curves of the exponential functions must passes through this point. And we have a certain condition. If you're looking at this, if x is increasing, this is x, if x is increasing, the value of y is also increasing. But what if I put the value of a in between 0 and 1? Suppose I take the value of a as 0.1. So the function would be f of x is equal to 0.1 x. Now what happens here? It will give you the graph like this. It will also pass through this coordinate 0 and 1. Now if the value of x decreases, then the value of y will increase, and if the value of x increases, the value of y will automatically decrease. Well, if you have scientific calculator, you can check this out. I have value of base as 0.1 raised to power minus 2. The calculator is giving me 100. It means that if I put the value of x as minus 2, I'm going to put the value of x as plus 2. I have 0.01. So which one is the greater? 100 is the greater. So if the value of x is decreasing, the value of y will be increased. In this case, if I have the values in between 0 to 1, must remember that it will always pass through these coordinates. Now let's look towards the significance of the Euler's number. Well, how the Euler number is much more important than other constants because it cannot be differentiated. Suppose this is our exponential function. If I want to differentiate it, f of x is equal to y is equal to ex. Writing in this form, this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now I will subtract the equation 1 from equation 2. So y plus delta y minus y is equal to ex plus delta x minus ex. If you are familiar with the laws of logarithms, if we have the same base, we can add up their powers. So I can write it in this form, this in this form. So delta y is equal to x as common, e delta x minus 1. Now I'm going to divide delta x on both sides and then I will have the equation delta x minus 1 divided by delta x. Now I'm going to apply the limit. The function of limit or the concept of limit is very important, so you should be familiar with it. I know I do look stupid, but I am not. You must be thinking that why I send this ex on the left side of the limit, because it do not contains delta x, so I cannot apply the limit on it. Hence this becomes dy over dx is equal to ex, the whole is equal to 1. Why? We know that suppose let me tell you one thing. In many other books, this sign delta is represented as h, sometimes x, sometimes y, and sometimes as triangle as delta. Okay, that's why I choose this sign. Delta x is approaching 0. It means that delta x might be equal to 0. I mean, it is approaching 0 but not equal to 0. Well, this is calculus, and calculus is also known as infinitesimal of calculus, and infinitesimal number system is the number system in which we are talking about those numbers which are near to 0. Suppose if I put the value of delta x as 0.00 1 in the Euler's number or any exponential function, I will have this value. It means 1. Well, if you have a scientific calculator, you can check this out. So the whole is equal to 1, hence dy over dx is equal to ex. Well, if I differentiate this function, I will have again this thing. It means that d over dx into will be equal to this. Well, this can also be written in another form like f bar x is equal to ex. So this is the significance of the Euler's number. Well, if we talk about its graph, well, there are a lot of conditions about it. So let me draw a Cartesian coordinate system for plotting such graph. This is coordinate 1, this is -1, this is -1, and this is 1. If I have this function f of x is equal to ex, it will give me the graph like this. Was our today's lecture. So if you did not subscribe to my channel yet, what you need to do, just go back and click on this subscribe icon, and don't forget to click the bell icon on all, so that for my every upload you will have a notification first and you can watch my videos. And don't forget to like the video also. Thank you.